Dak Prescott has remained limited in practice with what is reportedly an AC joint injury in that throwing shoulder all week. The QB does say, though, he's going to be good to go Sunday against Philly. Jerry Jones says he expects Dak to be in, quote, top form. All right, so following the news about Dak's shoulder, the Cowboys have become less of a favorite each day. Although Dak is reportedly scheduled to throw at practice today, and we'll see what that causes the line to do. Joining us now, Fox Sports NFL analyst Eric Dickerson. Thanks so much for being here.
And allow me to say quickly, on Sunday, Ernestine needed me to run some errands, and I did not get to see the Rams-Cowboy game, so I was hoping you could update me on what happened. I missed it.
Well, the Ram ambassador is still the Ram ambassador, but y'all beat us so bad. Skip, I went to the game. I was so pissed because I'm over there. Oh, I said, we're going to beat y'all. We're going to beat y'all. And the Cowboy fans like, y'all probably are. We're not playing. I said, I know we are. And from the first snap, we had great field position, 40-yard line. We throw 3 terrible passes. You know what I said? Oh, we're going to lose this game. We're going to lose it. And I got to give it to you, Cowboys.
Thank you.
Y'all put a beating on us. But I'm not a Cowboy fan. But now, back to business.
By the way, was that all about Jared Goff's failure? Is that what that game was about?
No, it was not. It was it's a team effort. It was a team. The team looked flat. I mean, we looked like we wasn't playing for nothing. Our defense was like, what defense? I mean, we gave up 40 points in 3 games, in 3 different games.
Yeah.
Tampa, you guys, and somebody else.
Baltimore.
Oh, yeah, but I want to forget that one. I was so bad. 40 points in all those games. You can't win doing that. Not that's them college scores. You can't give up 40 points in the NFL.
Did you go in the locker room after the game?
No, I left. I mean, I got to say, my friend had a private jet over there. So.
Oh, really?
Yes, my friend. You know what I said? My friend, not me. My friend. So I think early in the third, he said, "We out of here." I said, "Let's hit it."
Really?
Yeah, I look out on the play. It was 38 to still 7. I'm like, then I landed. I'm like 44. So, I hate you, Cowboys. I can't stand.
So, did you see a Super Bowl possibility with my Cowboys on Sunday?
Well, we ain't gonna go crazy, Skip. we're not gonna lose our mind. But what I do see in the Dallas team, when I saw that team play Sunday, that's the team everybody's been wanting to see.
That's correct.
They played really good football. They did what I said from the beginning of the year, Skip, that you disagreed with me on.
What they do?
Run the football.
Run the football.
Run the football with Zeke. And let me tell you, it's not how many times you run the ball, it's how you run the football, being a former running back. If you run the ball 3 times in the first quarter, you run it 8 times in the second quarter, 2 times in the third, and 4 in the fourth. You might say, oh, he got 20 carries, but he didn't get into a rhythm. You hear every back say that. It's about the rhythm. It's like asking my quarterback to throw the ball in the first quarter, and we're going to let him throw again in the third quarter. I wonder why he's missing receivers. And let me tell you, y'all say y'all have this all-pro offensive line. You have a great line. You have, to me, one of the best running backs in football, especially between the tackles. Zeke is the best. To me, he hasn't lost anything. When I ran for 2,000 yards, I didn't have a lot of 50, 60-yard runs. It was 15, 20. I think my longest day may be 60 yards. But when y'all run the football with him, y'all are a different football team. And to me, in this football game, I feel like that the Eagles don't have anything on offense. They're decimated on offense. I mean, I think when I look at Carson Wentz, I feel bad for him. The fans are on him. The fans are booing him. The media's booing him. So, I mean, it's like he can't win. I mean, if he hits a receiver in the hands, I think he hit Aguilar, and then the hands, and he dropped it. I mean, you can't.
Twice.
Yeah, you can't survive like that. So, in this football game, are we picking scores yet or not?
Yeah, you can go ahead and
pick my score. Oh, it's going to kill me to say this. But anyway, I'm taking the Cowboys 24-20. I told you a couple of weeks ago you guys are going to win the division. Didn't I say that?
You did?
You guys are going to win the division. And the way you're going to win it is if you don't run the football Sunday, Sunday, you're not going to win this football game. I'm going to tell you one more story. Going back to when I played in my days, we played the Chicago Bears in the 85 championship game.
I was there.
You were there. That defense was ferocious. We had no passing attack. Okay, they beat us. I think I had 40 yards or something like 50 yards, actually 50 yards. Okay, the next year, same defense, Monday Night Football, the cold in December. We just said, we're going to run the ball no matter what. We ran the ball, I think, 26 times. I had 124, 1 touchdown. We won that football game. I'm saying this, if the Cowboys run the football with Zeke, they win the game, they win the division.
Okay, before you go.
Go ahead.
Quick point of order on Sunday's game against your Rams. Do you realize the first 8 Cowboy first downs in that game, first down plays? Guess who didn't get the football on any of the first 8 first down plays? No Zeke on any of those 8, because I'm the one having to watch these games, pounding my desk at home saying, what are you doing? Every first down, it seems like for 14 straight weeks, has been just a straight up the gut handoff. No creativity. Here's Zeke,
Right.
and it goes for a -1 or 0, or maybe 1 or -1 or 0, or no, maybe 1. And it's always 2nd and 9, 2nd and 10, 2nd and 11. It's just hard to overcome that. It's why you drive, and then you stall because all the drives are too long and there hasn't been enough Zeke in creative situations. They established the lead the other day by throwing the football. The early 3rd and 3rd and 9 was to Amari for 19 yards. Remember that one? Mm-hmm. And then a 3rd and 10 in the red zone went to Jason Witten, and he one-hand caught it behind him for a touchdown. And then 49 yards went to your ex-Ram receiver.
Wide
Avon.
open.
Wide open. Again, the Rams ran into each other.
Yeah.
49 yards, touchdown, 14-7 Dallas. That's what they haven't done all year is they get a lead, then they let the Rams. Remember, the Rams went right down and scored 7-all, right? And you were probably feeling pretty good about yourself until the Tavon play happened. All of a sudden, my team's up 14-7 and never looked back. Then comes the diet of eat, Zeke, eat from that point forward.
Well, at that point, when you got a basically 28-0, 28-7 lead, you better run the ball.
Okay, but don't tell me they came out of the locker room and said, we're going to feed the beast on first down, whether you like it or not.
Go ahead, sorry. Go ahead.
But you know this, being a running back is more than saying, okay, X amount of carries. It's a commitment that you have to run the football. Skip, just because it says, okay, we're committed to running the football, that doesn't necessarily mean we got to give it to ED every time on first down. But we're committed. We're going to walk out of this game with 35, 40 carries.
Okay.
Now, how we get there, maybe it's on second down, maybe it's on third down, maybe we have to go for it.
And what if you fall behind 31-3 at home? What are you going to do?
Well, that's the thing.
That's different.
But see, that's the thing. That's how you get them out of running Zeke. When you fall behind, you can't run your way back into a ball game. Now you can run because you run the ball to possess the clock to possess the ball to keep the other team from getting the ball. You fall behind 28-3 or 31-3. Why are you running the ball? You can't run your way back. You're gonna run yourself out of you're gonna run out of time. That's what you're gonna run out of. But Skip, look, the Eagles are really banged up. Arcega-Whiteside was limited in practice with a foot injury. They're already down D-Jack. They're already down Alshon. We don't know if Lane Johnson's gonna play. Aguilar, I mean, he's a Eagles receiver, but I think he has a Cowboy jersey on up under the Eagles shoulder pads. So I don't really know what's going on with that. Dallas should win this game. They are the healthier of the teams. All things withstanding, now you do have the significance of Dak injury. I think they put some medicine in there. I think he'll be okay. But you're better than them on all sides in all areas except probably the kicking game. I will take the Eagles kicker over your kicker. But the Eagles need to get this game to the fourth quarter. Close. One scored the games. Dallas have only won one. They normally lose. Now, if you let them run and hide, like they did the first 3 weeks of the season, Skip, if you let them hide like the Eagles did, like the Rams did, they'll blow you out. They're front runners. Skip say, Skip don't love front runners, except when it says Cowboys doing the running. Now, he love that. But that's okay. Walk it to him. I expect him to be walking to him. I expect him to show you why many believe he's the best quarterback in the NFC East.
Many are fewer and fewer.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But he has no weapons. I mean, I got to say for Carson Wentz, I mean, I almost feel bad for him. I'm not an Eagles fan. I just feel bad because, the media killing him. I mean, the fans are killing him. I mean, it's like he can't do nothing right. But if he hits a guy in his hands, it's like, well, they threw it too hard. It's
Aguilar dropped the touchdown, Skip. That touchdown to beat the Falcons. You remember that on Sunday night, Skip? And then as bad as walking to him played against New England, he had the ball on Aguilar's hand with a chance to tie the ball game, and what'd he do?
dropped.
So, my turn. Eric Dickerson made a whole prediction and did not even mention the injury my quarterback has suffered. Actually, 2 injuries my quarterback has suffered because he played Sunday against your Rams with a hairline fracture of his index finger on his throwing hand. And then he suffered on his first running play, which was the first down play of the first touchdown drive, the 7-0 drive. Clay Matthews rolled over the top of him, and I believe he suffered a rotator cuff contusion that swelled like crazy on Monday and Tuesday. My quarterback is as durable as any quarterback in the league. He has not missed a single practice in 4 years, let alone a game. And he has missed 2 straight practices in which he could not throw a single football. And you didn't even mention him, and you're trying to discount it because you don't want me to have a legitimate excuse.
There is no excuses.
Yeah, no excuses at this point. So they're going to try to let him throw a little bit today after he got a cortisone injection in his shoulder to knock out the inflammation and just see if he can get any range of motion back in his throwing arm. This game is made for Dak Prescott. It's going to be 46 degrees at kickoff, a balmy day on December 22nd in Philadelphia with no precipitation and light wind.
Yeah.
My quarterback killed this team last year because its secondary is so torchable. He threw parties at Philly and at Jerry World. In the fourth quarter and overtime at Jerry World, he threw for 243 yards and 3 touchdowns without an interception as they came back to win in overtime. I'm thinking this is a Dak game. He could throw for 400 in this game because they cannot defend the pass. Their front 7 is stout. If the Eagles smell blood early, if they see that Dak has lost his velocity or his distance with his throws, if he can't throw it more than about 5 yards, which I fear is going to be the case, then they will flood the box. They got bodies to flood the box with. They are good in their front 7. And there's no way Zeke can say, here I come. Give me 35 carries and I'll just run. You know what? It'll be like you going against those 85 Bears in that championship game. It will be hard.